What's up, YouTube? Hey, I just wanted to come to you tonight and let you know that I found a great product. Have you ever been in search for almost the perfect LED video light? I think I found it. Coming up. So guys, I want to talk to you about the two main topics that I feel are the most important in making a decision on purchasing an LED light like this. It's the flexibility of the light and then the quality of the product. I wanted to point out 6 things that was most attractive to me about purchasing this LED light. The first 3 are completely built into the light itself. There's 14 different creative modes or special effects modes. I'm not going to get into those on this video, but they're very cool. As you can see, one of them in the background is a cycling RGB, changes through 360 degrees of colors. It's pretty cool. So there's a bunch of other effects in this light that are pre-built in, that all you have to do is click a couple wheels and bam, you're off. The next function that's built in is the bicolor function. In this bicolor function, you're able to go from 2500 Kelvin all the way up to 8500 Kelvin in 100 stop increments. So you get clear through the orange light all the way up to the blue light, middle ground 5600K, which most people like to shoot in. And as I was saying before, with the background, full range of RGB colors is a 360 degree color wheel that it cycles through. Very, very cool. So let's start off with the ergonomics of the device. We start off with a dim wheel, and the dim wheel is something that is really, really cool because it's a wheel that changes on individual numbers. So you can be at 0, light completely off. If you want to just barely turn it on, you can turn it on 1, and then it just turns on with a very minimal amount of light. And as you increase that, it goes in one stop increments all the way up to 100%. Has a beautiful LED screen that displays all the functions and the information that you need to see on what creative settings you're on, what color you're picking, the saturation that you're picking for that color, and how bright the settings are. It also shows the battery level life too, so that you know if you need to give this thing charged back up. It's got an individual mode button that is really cool to cycle through the 3 main sections, which are the 14 special effects, your bicolor options, your full 360 degrees of color too. The function button is probably one of the neatest buttons because it is a multi-function button, meaning that you can press it down to select things and you can move it right and left to move between options. Now, not only does it have a power switch, but the power switch is a switch, not a button. It's very easily to be turned on in a bag or your pocket. It can be easily bumped, but this switch is an actual switch, so you have to physically turn it on and turn it off, which I really, really like, and I think that's very well thought out by Godox Flashpoint. Now, it also has a USB-C charging port, and it comes with a cord to charge it, so that's an extra bonus, I believe. Above the charging port is a microphone, and that's one that is used for one of the special effects that when you play music or you're talking, the light plays to the beat of the music or how your voice sounds. Very, very cool. And then last but not least on the ergonomics is that it does have a quarter thread mount option built right into the light itself. Now, one thing I thought was really impressive is not only the ability to use it as an accent light that, like I have in the background right now, where it's just going cycling through those RGB colors. I think that's really cool. But the other piece is it's really cool is how powerful the light is in the bicolor option. And I'm going to show you here. What I'd like to do is I'm typically shooting at, right now I'm shooting at ISO 400, 100th of a second, 60 frames per second at f2.8. And I have a 60 watt LED Godox light mounted to it as a 36 inch round parabolic softbox, and with a grid on it. So it's a really nice soft light, and it's sitting at 40% right now, so it's not at its full brightness, but it's just enough. But I wanted to show you dropping my ISO down to 100 and then using the Godox light or the Flashpoint light as the main light. I think it's really cool how powerful this thing is, and I think it's really underestimated that you can actually use these types of lights instead of a big setup and get really good results. So as I'm going to turn this down and then I'm going to turn the light on, I just want you to see the difference in how it looks. So we're 250 ISO, 200, 160, 125, there's 100 ISO. I'm going to leave the other settings the same, and then I'm going to go ahead and just turn the light on, and the light is sitting at, let's put it at 80%. As you can see, should be able to see if I can get my big head out of the road. Sitting at 80%. And then I'm just going to hold this up kind of like where my other light is, and you can see how nicely that lights up your face and your foreground. It's really cool, and I'm just super impressed with this light. So that just kind of gives you a real world example of what this thing could do for you, and that kind of leads me into the next piece of what I was going to say about this light is the cost. It doesn't break the bank. We're talking $85, folks, for such an amazing quality piece of equipment that Godox has made. I really highly recommend it. Alright, so let's just wrap this up with just what's in the box. So the box that comes from Flashpoint or Godox, a little different look on the design of what the box, whatever it would come in. But ultimately what comes in the box, obviously you get your light, the hockey puck light. Again, it's very well built, aluminum body, has a lithium battery in it, charges via USB-C cable that comes with the light itself. Doesn't come with a charging block, but you can use any charging block that you have, like for the iPhone or whatever that may be. It comes with a couple different 3M Velcro cylinder looking things to clamp it with, or to hook it up to something with. It is magnetic. The back is magnetic, so virtually anything that, like refrigerator, stove, light pole, whatever you may come up with that has the capability of sticking to, this thing does stick automatically, so that's a really cool feature as well. The last thing that it does come with is a hot shoe adapter, so this will fit directly onto your top of your camera on your hot shoe, and then it kind of screws down onto both pieces to make sure that it's secured nice and tight. And then of course your instruction manual. So that's a wrap. Again, guys, I think this is a great LED option light. There's so many of them on the market right now, but Godox really has great products, and not paid to do anything for them, but this is just a very well-made light, and it won't break the bank. $85. Go pick yourself one up. It's really awesome. Alright, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Leave any comments in the comment section below. I'd love to know if you have any questions about it, or if I can help you out kind of getting it set up. That would be fantastic. Also, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks!